Kliff Kingsbury now being the new Commanders offensive coordinator as he does go to USC for 1 year, get a little bit of tutelage with Caleb Williams, which has sparked some of the possible Caleb Williams to the Washington Commanders scenario because we know Caleb doesn't want to go to the Bears. But again, we'll talk about that on episode 65. I think that's going to be a really nice topic for Friday. I'm not entirely sure if this was the right hire. We see him get the offensive coordinating job with the Commanders. Before that, he was with the USC. Before that, he was with the Arizona Cardinals. I think he was on his hot seat really about, by his second or third year. We see him exit there. And he really had no justification to get that job with the Arizona Cardinals because he does have a college record of 35-40. He does have a head coaching record of 28-37 in the NFL, 35-40 in college football. He has 3 winning seasons in total in his coaching tenure. And, you know, I'm just, uh, it feels on brand with the Washington Commanders because they're not the best people to hire. They're not going to bring in the necessarily the best talent. Look at the majority of their roster. Look at the positions that were just hired with this, round of the coaching cycle. But even further past his coaching tenures, we know he's given that credit for working with Patrick Mahomes, of course, working with Kyler Murray as well. But his offense was only in the tops of the league twice. That was in 2020 and 2021. He did do a solid job, but that Cardinals team was not nearly as talent stripped as this Washington Commanders team. 3 winning seasons in total for Kliff Kingsbury. He's supposed to be this new offensive mind, this new style of play, this Sean McVay effect. But he hasn't shown that. And yes, he did start, I think it was 10-0, 11-0 with the Cardinals. I think they win 1 game down the stretch. They might have lost all their games down the stretch. I understand he was dealing with a hurt Kyler. I understand Kyler also tore his ACL, came back last year. But again, it's on brand with the Washington Commanders. But for a team that, they still got some heavy lifting to do. They did just get sold. Now it's a whole new regime here, offensive coordinator, head coach. Not talking about the defensive coordinator, just didn't really pique my interest enough to dive into that. Y'all roast me in the comments for it if you want. It's literally my show. But Kliff Kingsbury here, it's a good step in the right direction, I guess I'd say, because of what he has shown in his couple of years of NFL play calling experience for the offensive side of the ball. But we'll see how it plays out. I wasn't really a fan of any of these moves here. I didn't like the Dan Quinn hire. I didn't like the Kliff Kingsbury hire as offensive coordinator.